I'm Adrian, the cruise and travel guy, and following on from my previous videos about the state of the Australian cruise industry, yesterday and today we received some big news, and that has made me a little bit less angry. If you have not watched the videos on this topic yet, go back and give them a quick watch, but in essence, I lodged a petition with the Australian government some months ago to ensure that cruise lines could continue to sail their cruise ships in Australian waters between Australian ports without first needing to apply for a license. We gathered over 1,200 signatures on this petition and it was lodged with the Australian government, and yesterday I learned that it was officially referred to Minister Catherine King. I received an email that said the petition was considered by the Petitions Committee and certified as meeting the requirements. It was presented to the House on 12th of August 2024 and has been referred to the Minister for Infrastructure, Transport, Regional Development and Local Government. Under the petition requirements, ministers are asked to respond to a referred petition within 90 days. This was a huge moment and one that I felt very excited to see. While most petitions basically get a response that you would expect from any politician, which basically says something like, "Thanks for your feedback and this is what we're doing about it," and there's no real timeline. I was very excited to see some breaking news advertised by Cruise Weekly today that confirmed that exemptions granted to cruise lines under the Coastal Trading Act 2012 have been extended for a period of 2 years. These exemptions under that act allow cruise lines to operate their cruise ships between Australian ports without first needing to apply for a license. You might be wondering what the significance of that is, and in essence, it means that a cruise line would have far more administrative burden to operate a cruise in Australia if those exemptions were no longer granted to the cruise industry. These are issues that ultimately you and I would pay for though, because cruise lines will just move their ships to another part of the world where they can operate in a much more friendly environment. So the cruise lines will be fine either way, but it's us that would have to pay. We'd either have to fly overseas to cruise in more places or on more ships, or not be able to cruise here as affordably as supply becomes more limited. So the exemptions were originally scheduled to end on the 31st of December this year. Now, last year, at the end of 2023, they were set to expire on the 31st of December as well, but they were extended for 12 months, just a couple of weeks ahead of that scheduled end date. So while I don't know that the petition had its full effect, because I did ask for a 5-year extension of those exemptions for the cruise industry, having a 2-year extension granted at least can give some sense of certainty for planning and forward scheduling for cruise lines in our region without their additional burden of knowing that they would have to then deal with government in this other way. The improvement certainly as well is that instead of being extended a couple of weeks before the expiration of those exemptions, the extension has come through in August instead of December. That's a big improvement. And while again, I don't know if our petition has contributed to that, I'm going to say that it has. I know for a fact that our petition with over 1,200 signatures has been referred to Minister King, and that today, Tuesday the 13th of August, the exemptions have been extended. I just want to say a huge heartfelt thank you to all of you for supporting this endeavor. I am motivated by the fact that we as consumers should have choice. We pay for these things out of our pockets, like I do when I cruise to bring you content. So frankly, we need to be doing much better for the cruise industry, not for the cruise lines, but for us. Now, Minister King is required to respond to the petition within 90 days. I don't expect that the response will say anything other than, we have extended them for 2 years, the exemptions for 2 years, and we will be reviewing the Coastal Trading Act, which was the reason that the exemptions in the first place were coming to an end. So I don't expect much in the way of a response, but you know what? That's still a win for me. So I am incredibly excited to share this news with you. Once again, thank you. I will let you know what the update is once Minister King returns with a response. But for now, at least we can rest a little bit easier, knowing that we've got some time up our sleeve to see what happens in the next couple of years. Thank you again, as always. I will just say that I don't ask for support for this channel in any paywall kind of way. I don't hide anything here. if you would like to support my work, you can just book a cruise through my website. That's all I ask. Go to thecruiseandtravelguy.com.au. I have an amazing search tool there where you can search for a cruise, find a cruise, book a cruise, and I work with an incredible travel agent partner, Cynthia, and she can help you one-on-one if you need that as well. So that's all I ask, and subscribe to the channel. That's a big help too. Thanks again for watching. Thanks again for all of your support, and I will be back here soon.